During periods of inflation, prices for goods and services tend to rise, leading to a decrease in purchasing power for individuals and an increase in costs for businesses. This can cause financial stress for both individuals and businesses alike. However, there are some tips and advice that can help both parties manage their finances during inflationary periods. For individuals, it's important to adjust your budget and spending habits to account for the increased costs of goods and services. This may mean cutting back on discretionary spending and focusing on essential expenses, such as housing, utilities, and food. Here are some specific tips for managing finances during inflation. Increase savings. During periods of inflation, the value of money tends to decrease over time. To combat this, individuals should increase their savings and invest in assets that will maintain their value, such as stocks, bonds, and real estate. Pay off debt. Inflation can make debt more difficult to manage, as interest rates tend to rise. Individuals should focus on paying off high-interest debt, such as credit card debt, to avoid paying more in interest over time. Shop around. With prices rising, it's important to shop around for the best deals on essential goods and services. This may mean trying new brands or stores, or buying in bulk to save money. Negotiate bills. It's always a good idea to negotiate bills, such as cable, internet, and phone bills, to ensure you're getting the best deal possible. This is especially important during inflationary periods when every dollar counts. Consider a side hustle. To supplement income during inflationary periods, individuals may want to consider taking on a side hustle or freelance work to earn extra money. For businesses, managing finances during inflationary periods can be challenging, but it's important to focus on strategies that will help offset the increased costs of goods and services. Here are some specific tips for businesses. Increase prices. While it's not ideal, businesses may need to increase prices to account for the increased costs of goods and services. This may mean re-evaluating pricing strategies and communicating with customers about the reasons for the price increases. Manage inventory. With the cost of goods rising, it's important for businesses to manage their inventory effectively to avoid overstocking or understocking. This may mean adjusting order quantities and delivery schedules. Negotiate with suppliers. During inflationary periods, suppliers may be willing to negotiate prices or terms to maintain business relationships. Businesses should take advantage of this and try to negotiate better deals with suppliers. Reduce expenses. To offset the increased costs of goods and services, businesses may need to reduce expenses in other areas. This may mean cutting back on non-essential expenses, such as travel or entertainment, or finding ways to streamline operations to reduce overhead costs. Focus on customer retention. During inflationary periods, it's important for businesses to focus on retaining existing customers to maintain revenue streams. This may mean implementing loyalty programs or offering incentives for repeat business. In summary, managing finances during inflationary periods can be challenging, but it's important to focus on strategies that will help offset the increased costs of goods and services. By adjusting budgets, increasing savings, negotiating bills, and finding ways to reduce expenses, individuals can weather the effects of inflation. Similarly, by adjusting pricing strategies, managing inventory effectively, negotiating with suppliers, reducing expenses, and focusing on customer retention, businesses can survive and even thrive during inflationary periods.